Tiny stitches, little dreams, easy peasy yarn.
In a typical day at Yarns Industries, a group of developers will get together to discuss the most recent developmental activities. It has been a few months since the program started, and with the last 3 sprints in the real mirror after the new AI coding tools were introduced, and the team is at a big breaking point. Junior developers are generating code rapidly, but introducing subtle hallucinations, while our senior developers are furious, spending all their time fixing these mistakes. Velocity is down, bugs are popping up left and right, and the team's morale is plummeting while commitments are being missed. Let's observe how a leader could be handling a portion of the retrospective, interacting at the 4 different levels of performance. Level 1. Facilitating.
Aloha! Thank you for joining today's retrospective and planning. This is the end of Sprint 217. Okay, moving to the What Didn't Go Well column. Let's see. I have a question. Who wrote AI is useless? Anyone? No one?
I think that was there from last time we met. Or was it from 3 sprints ago?
Okay, let's move on. It looks like we have a lot of bugs. Who wants to take the action item to look into that? Anyone?
Some of those are old ones.
Okay, let's work on those. I think we have loaded the next items already, and we are out of time. Can we just agree to try harder during the next sprint? Please.
Level 2. Driving.
Aloha! Thank you for joining today's retrospective and planning. Let's take a moment to review some of the early feedback. This is the end of Sprint 217. Let's focus on things are not going as expected. Let's see. I have a question. It seems that our AI approach is not necessarily yielding the results we would like. It looks that many bugs are coming from the code we generated with AI. Anyone would like to provide some insights?
I guess I can start. It seems like the AI is not providing any useful code to begin with, and it is becoming harder and harder to review and correct the issues.
I am trying to use it more and more, but sometimes I do not know how to test or check.
What prompt engineering training can I get you so the AI stops hallucinating these specific bugs?
That will be a great idea.
Okay, I will have it as an action item to see how I can help with the training. Okay, let's move on. It looks like we have a lot of bugs, and based on our last discussion, they might be self-induced bugs, as well as being overloaded with them. Let's see if we can stop the bleeding here. Can we agree to add a mandatory peer review step specifically for all AI-generated code before it gets merged? That way, we can reduce the chances of introducing new bugs into the code. I know time is not necessarily abundant. For the senior devs, if I allocate 20% of your sprint capacity specifically for code review, will that relieve the delivery pressure? At least until we get it under control.
Sure, that seems fair.
Okay, let's work on those. I think we have loaded the next items already. Let's adjust some of those based on our priorities. All right, we are set to go. Thank you all. Great work.
Level 3. Influencing.
Aloha! Thank you for joining today's retrospective and planning. Let's take a moment to review some of the early feedback we were unable to do last time. Today, let's focus on things are not necessarily going smooth. Let's see. This one looks interesting. It seems that our AI approach is causing more pain than expected and not necessarily yielding the results we would like to see. Again, this is based on what our organization believes should be happening. Anyone would like to share any thoughts or insights? Given that I am not well versed into advanced code development for the features we are currently working.
I guess I can share a few thoughts. It seems like the AI is not providing any useful code, as it is hallucinating a lot. It is becoming harder and harder, given the complexity of our code and the vast amount of feature that some of the code is touching.
I see. That definitely could be frustrating and adding extra pressure to the already tight schedule.
I am trying to use it more and more, but sometimes I do not know how to test or check all the code. Sometimes it seems like it is good code, but from time to time it is not.
Senior devs, your architectural wisdom is by far our best asset. Instead of fixing bugs after the fact, how can we pair you with the new team members during the AI prompting development phase?
Tell me more.
It seems we have a trust deficit with the tool. What specific measurable criteria do we need to establish as a team to define what good AI code looks like? How can we leverage the speed of the juniors and the quality control of the seniors to create a unified best practice guide? I believe that if we take a little bit of time, some impact on the short-term deliverable, we might be able in the long run to deliver and reduce the amount of self-induced bugs. Thoughts?
I think we can give it a try.
Yes, why not?
Okay, let's create a short epic to capture those improvements, as they will take some initial time, and that way we can balance it with the other priorities. Sounds fair?
Perfect.
Level 4, transforming.
Aloha! Happy mid of the week! Thank you for joining on time. Let's take a quick moment to review some of the received feedback, given that we were unable to review then on our last retro. Today, let's focus on things are not necessarily going smooth. Let's see. We have a fantastic and interesting one. It seems that our AI approach is causing more pain than expected and not yielding the predicted improvements from leadership results we all would like to see. Again, this is based on what our organization believes should be happening. Anyone would like to share any thoughts or insights? Given that we have been experimenting with the AI tools for the last few sprints and we have different levels of adoptions and results.
It seems like the AI is not providing any useful code, as it is hallucinating a lot. It is becoming harder and harder given the complexity of our code and the vast amount of feature that some of the code is touching.
I agree, it seems to be that the expectations or the approach we are taking is not working that well.
Just a thought. Why are we having to do the first pass of verification on AI code at all? Is there a way where we build an automated, initial AI-driven testing sandbox that catches these hallucinations before a senior dev ever sees them, minimizing the impact to them and the development team?
Yes, if the AI is generating code faster than our current pipeline can test it, how do we fundamentally re-architect our testing environment to match machine speed?
Let's wipe the slate clean. If we were building this process and approach from scratch today, what would our QA process actually look like? What things we are missing or things we should stop doing? And no, not using AI can't be an option.
As we've seen, a leader's impact shifts dramatically depending on the level at which they operate, from simply surviving a meeting to completely transforming a system. It is all using all the tools and models available to you, from choosing and shifting to a positive exchange, from the model of empowerment of TED, shifting our conscious approach to possibility, and carefully selecting a more effective quadrant depending of the situation, to really understanding your audience and their instinctive drives to increase the chances of better and more fruitful communication. All are part of the pieces that we need to take in consideration when leading and transforming the organization. Thank you for watching.
Tiny stitches, little dreams, easy peasy yarn. No snacks, no screams. See those loops? So clear, so bright. All day, all night, every day, so much fun. Making magic, pure delight. Leading all the time, shining so bright. Level Level 1, facilitating, just getting things done. Level 2, driving, moving everyone. Level 3, influencing, whispers in the air. Level 4, transforming, changing everywhere. From a little fluff to a fuzzy friend, the journey's tough,